Hi, I'm Kep Kepner, CPA here in Dallas. Let's talk about some of the things you could ask yourself if you want to start a new business enterprise. And if you came to us seeking counsel, these are some of the things we would ask you. You should ask, what skills do you need? Now, if you're a technical person, let's assume you have the technical skills. That's probably not enough. You need management skills, you need leadership skills, you need people skills, you need financial skills, you need a lot of other skills. So you have to decide how you're going to get those skills or whether you have them. Perhaps you do, perhaps you can grow into them, but the reality is you ought to be asking yourself that. You ought to ask yourself, do I have the capability to learn what I don't know? If I'm a technician, do I have the capability of learning how to sell? Or do I need to hire somebody to sell for me? You may be willing to sacrifice. You may have all these technical skills, but the reality is you need all these other skills. And you need to be honest with yourself about whether you're willing to invest in you to learn that. You need to ask if you know how to write a business plan. Now, I'm a believer in what I call the one-page business plan. And let me tell you, it's hard to do that. The result will be great clarity about what your company is going to do. And if you give me a 100-page business plan, I can assure you that most of it is window dressing. And so the reality is you've got to find a way to get your plan down so that you can articulate it in a very short period of time to people that are interested, whether they be lenders, new employees, customers. You got to tell them what your plan is. So if you don't know how to write a business plan, a one-page business plan, then that's something you should learn. You should be asking, what does it cost to start this business? And how do I know what it costs? So you need to understand that. You need to ask yourself whether you understand financial statements, because I can assure you somebody's going to look at your business, your banker, somebody, an investor, and they're going to want you to tell them why your financial statements show what they show. So you better understand them. And if you can understand them and tell the story well, then they'll believe you. You'll have credibility. You need to be asking yourself, do I know how to do a monthly cash flow? Well, it's not how much do I have in the bank, and it's not just what are my expenses each month. There's a lot more to it than that. You ought to ask yourself if you know how to get cash. People think you get cash by borrowing it, having a lender, taking it out of your savings, or selling product. Those are 4 items out of hundreds of the ways to get cash in your business. Getting it from customers, there might be 10 or 15 ways to get cash from your customers that you haven't even thought of. It's all about strategy. You need to ask yourself, if you're a business that's location specific, like a fast food restaurant, you got to decide where it is. Have you considered the location? You need to be asking yourself whether you know your competition. Are you the only one proposing to do what you're doing? Maybe it's because other people have tried it and it doesn't work. That's hard to deter you from that method or that reasoning, but the reality is you need to ask yourself these hard questions. You need to ask yourself, how can I do marketing? And what is a successful marketing strategy? If you don't have the answers to these questions, then you're going to start down a path. You're going to make mistakes. You're not going to use your resources as well as you could. So we can help you understand the answers to these questions and, in fact, help you learn more and be a better business owner so you have increased your odds of success. So give us a call. We'll be glad to help.